What's up, everybody? Rob Ferretti here. Last video, what happened? I got ripped off for 200 bucks, right? Not a really big deal, but still, nobody likes to get ripped off. And that's one of those things that got me going. I had a bunch of people reach out like, I'm a forensic detective, I'm going to help you find it. And I didn't even need those people because one of the first thoughts I had was like, you know what? Let's see if we can find this guy. Like, the whole point of the Venmo Cash App warning that there's no recourse, which I didn't know. I thought Venmo was sort of a safe platform. I get that Cash App is like truck drivers accept Cash App. That's like a no recourse, you're screwed. You're essentially handing somebody cash. I didn't think Venmo was the same. And now that I know that Venmo was like do not pass go, do not collect $200, literally. And that you can get burnt like that, I now have Venmo on my radar as something that if somebody is trying to use it, they could be trying to scam me or you. But I didn't include the transaction in Venmo in my video. I then looked at the transaction in Venmo, and it had the guy's handle and a last name. So it was Alex, and then the last name, which wasn't with a W, it was with a Now, we then use that to sort of piece things together. And granted, like let's just call him, I'll just say Alex Smith for the purpose of the video, because like I don't need the lynch mob to go after him. But he's got 3 friends on Venmo. So Venmo, how it works is it lists the transaction, and you could look at other transactions that they had with other people. And we sent them the money. I can look up his name, I can Google his name, and it's going to turn up, whatever, 1,000 Alex Smiths, right? But how do you know which Alex Smith is the right Alex Smith? You want to, if you're going to accuse somebody of something, you're going to want to really have this guy, like, it's definitely you. Now, it's his Venmo thing, just assume it's Alex S for Smith, it's not. And then 414. 414 can be anything. It could be a birthday. It could be March 14th is his birthday. It could be, actually April 14th, I'm sorry. It could be his birthday. It could be an area code. There's a lot of things that 414 can signify. Now, this specific one, we then looked and I dipped into my resources of people, and I'm not going to get into which branch of the government. And again, this is a lot of resources for 200 bucks, but people don't like watching. Nobody likes a thief. Nobody likes watching somebody get ripped off. So we found him, long story short. And how did we find him? Well, we went to the Venmo. We looked at his name. We looked up his name. We then found somebody with that area code in that name. So that sort of lined up. And then the real confirmation was when we found one of the other guys that sent him money was his cousin, which also, like, you see the web, you see the parents, you see he's 34 years old, you see who the guy is, where he lives, then you could see connections, relatives, addresses, and we were able to lock him down by this is the guy because it's his first name, last name, the area code lines up, and then on top of that, we were able to get the cousin tied into it because the cousin sent him money. So there's it's an abundance of evidence that would point to this being the guy who stiffed me. Now, I look, there is always more to a story, right? There could be, the guy could have gotten hit by a bus on his way to the post office for all I know. I don't know. All I know is that he said he was going to send something. He never sent it, never responded to an email, and he only accepted 2 forms of payment that have no recourse. So everything added up to like you're getting ripped off. I've got his number, and I'm going to call him. Now, remember, it's only 200 bucks, so I'm not really going to go out of my way to chase the guy down for $200. But how he could hurt me still is he could give out my cell phone number. So I've got an app that has like a burner number, and I'm going to call him from my burner number. The 414 area code, and I'll let you guys figure out the rest. Now, let me give him a ring-a-ling. Did he not pick up? Try it one more time. Just for the sake of giving it the old college try. Now, he may not recognize the number, so he doesn't pick up. It could be like my Google thing where it says, like, who the hell are you? This is first time calling. Do you want to see? It could be a spam number. Give it one more shot. Or even my burner number has New Jersey listed, so yeah. And it's ringing twice and then says call ended and no caller ID, or no, not caller ID, but no voicemail or anything like that. So let's just assume that whoever it is hanging up, because it won't ring. It would ring more than twice if that was the case. So I'm going to pen him an email. When I say pen, I'm going to type it. And I'm going to include the following. And I'm not going to type it while I'm doing this. I'm going to tell you. I've got him, his address, his age, his parents' information. I've got previous addresses. I've got his parents. I could call his parents. I'm not going to do that. But I'm going to send him an email letting him know I'm disappointed. And he may respond, may not. It's not going to say I want anything more. I'm not going to turn him over to local authorities. I'm not going to go try to burn the guy's house down or anything like that. But I'm going to ask him if he'd like to send the money back. Right? And they'll say, please send the money back within 48 hours. If you don't send the money back within 48 hours, I will assume you are not planning on ever making good on this. And then I could bring it to you guys with finality. So there's a good chance when I tell him I know his parents' names, dad's name is Robert. That's cool. Mom, Elizabeth. So when I share this information with him, you would think that he would take it a little bit seriously. I'm not going to do empty threats that the government's going to chase him down or anything like that. No, nobody's ever going to do that. He's probably watching this video anyway. But I'm going to give him 48 or 72 hours to make good on this, send the money back, and at least we could put this all to bed with a happy ending. If not, I'll just do it in the beginning of one of my videos coming up in 72 hours. I'll be like, the guy never sent me my money back, or the guy sent me my money back, yay is me, and we can at least cap this off. But hopefully this serves as a lesson to you guys as to how to avoid getting ripped off. I didn't see it coming. Like, first time, again, in 17 years. I'm pretty good at sniffing things out. But this guy was like, and it's like, I feel like he must have had the computer. He had way too much knowledge here. It was a lot of effort to rip me off. And I don't know why somebody would do that, especially if he's a viewer of the channel. Now, I say viewer, not fan. Last time I said a fan. I don't think a fan would want to, like, harm me. That defeats the purpose of a fan. That's like a fanemy. I made that up. But he is a viewer of the channel because he was obviously very fluent with the video to then reach out within an hour or two of the video posting to get money out of me to do this. So strange. There will be finality coming up soon. Stand by. It would have been really cool if he answered the phone. That was like the whole purpose of the video. That was my first call to him, to make a call to him and have him pick up and have that, like, hey, Rob Ferretti here, and just see what his response is and just watch him just crap himself. So, Rob Ferretti here, signing off. Luckily, I'm going to stop wearing this hat. I'm going to let my wife have another whack at this because I had the first razor on Amazon. Try to order a razor off of Amazon. Good luck. The first razor I got, which was like beard and haircut thing, total train wreck. The second one I got a little bit more height to it and a comb. So I'm going to let my wife take another chop at this and see what it turns out. Thank you for watching. Rob Ferretti, stay tuned. I wish I had a final conclusion for you here, but we will by the end of the week. So you guys are familiar with my other company, Adventure Drives, right? Well, this year we've got 2 trips coming up. One, which is starting in Seattle and ending in Jackson Hole in July. That's going up through the Canadian Rockies, coming down through Banff, Yellowstone, Glacier National Park, and Grand Teton National Park. It's going to be phenomenal. Also, we're going to be going to Scotland in October. We're going to be doing Scotch distilleries, playing golf at St. Andrews if you want to do that, walking around, seeing lakes, waterfalls, driving the North Coast. It's going to be an amazing trip. Prices start as low as $2,500 per person for the shorter trip in Scotland, about double that for the longer trip in July. If you're interested in going, check out the link in the description.